Alright, so we're going to do something a little different today. My wife got me an early Christmas present, some Passiflora vines. It's Passiflora. And she ordered them, I believe, from the Passiflora source, which I'm not sure where in Florida it comes from, but it comes out of the state of Florida. So the package here, priority mail, nice package. The foliage is very green. Let's see if I can get these out of here, and we'll see if we can get them planted. Gotta be careful because they're probably in shock. Here. Pretty decent root balls on there already. Okay, get this out of the way. Now what I'm going to do is, I've already got some potting soil already mixed up. One of the most important things is to go ahead and get a spray bottle situated. Go ahead and put it on a fine mist and spray the inside of your pot, which I already have with a little bit of potting soil in there. And once the soil is wet, you're going to smell that damp soil smell, which is good. That's usually what tells me that I've got it nice and wet. Now for these, go ahead and cut these separate from each other. There's no limping of the leaves yet. They're still nice and perky, which is great. The trick is going to be cutting into this without cutting the roots. So I'm going to try and trim the top here. Try and save as much of the native soil as possible. So I'm going to pull it out there. Set it in the pot, and I'm going to cut this off the branch. Alright. So, I want this completely under the new soil. So I'm going to go ahead and set that in here, prop it up. I'm going to add my soil, which is dry at the moment. And this is a potting soil with about 25% perlite. And you want it nice and coarse. A little bit of sand would do wonders in this as well. Just something to break up the compactness when it gets wet. Now I'm going to spray this in layers. Instead of giving it one good drenching. Nice and damp. Now, because it is the winter, I will keep these indoors until I start seeing new growth. But they will go into a tent in the house. Pack it down a little bit. Spray it. It looks like there's some bugs in the soil here, so that's what I'm looking at. And it's to be expected. So we'll have to get some kind of pest control. And that's all there is to it. Now, if shock was going to take in, it'll take in after you do this. Probably within the next 24 hours, you'll notice if you have shock or not. You gotta keep them spritzed. Spritz the leaves. Make sure the soil is not soaking wet, but also make sure it's not bone dry. Leave them out of the wind. Leave them in the shade for a little while. At least 48 hours, and then you can put them in the sun or whatever your conditions require, depending on the variety of flower you have. Really, that's all there is to it, and I'm going to go ahead and do the other one, but you won't have to see that because it's exactly the same. And I will update you probably within a week or two and see how they're doing. Alright, have a good night.